Today, I want to cover some important financial terms for new private practice owners. There is a lot of jargon out there in the financial world that is a bit unfamiliar to those of us in the medical world. In our health training, very few of us get much, if any, business training. So when you enter the world of entrepreneurship and you're going to meetings and meeting with vendors and people are talking about or throwing these words out you may not know, it can be a little bit stressful and awkward. So we are going in this video to break down some of the more common terms, what they mean, and why they are important. So stay tuned to learn some new vocabulary for the business world. Hi, I'm Dr. Annie DePasquale. I'm the founder and CEO of Collaborating Docs. We help nurse practitioners and PAs find fabulous collaborating physicians to work with. Today is all about learning some lingo to help you when you're dealing with financial terms that may just not be super familiar to you or roll off the tongue. I know when I started my first business, all kinds of things are being thrown out that I had no idea what anyone was talking about. And there was no chat GPT back in the day. So maybe I'm trying to Google terms in the middle of a meeting. And, let's save you from having to have that experience and break some down. So the first term I want to go through is revenue versus profit. So what is the difference? Revenue is that bigger number, all the money that you brought in. Profit is the amount that you keep after you subtract expenses. So people boast about their revenue being so high. But my question is always then, but what was the profit margin, or what was the amount of profit? It's easy to make a lot of money if you spend a lot of money. And so all your expenses equal that huge amount. And in reality, you might actually be making no money, no profit. You're in the red. So that's the real difference between revenue and profit. The second term is cash flow. You may hear, you need to be cash flow positive. So cash flow is literally cash flowing, money moving. So money you collect from patients or insurance companies, that's the cash coming in. And then the cash flowing back is you paying your medical assistant and you paying the EHR software. So it's this movement of money. You want to have good flow, good liquidity is another term of this money moving about in your business. You don't want money stuck somewhere that you can't get it, like a patient not paying their bills. That's not good for cash flow. There's no flowing of the money. The third term is operating expenses. That is a term for all the things that you need to pay to operate and run your practice, from buying furniture to buying your malpractice plan to securing your branding partner that does your social posting on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. Anything, honestly, that is part of the operations of your practice is going to be part of that. So you want to keep that as low as humanly possible starting out. I've started up many businesses and, doing things yourself, getting an intern at a very, low rate or free rate, asking family, friends to help you out. Those are great ways to cut down on those operating expenses. The fourth term is accounts receivable and payable. So accounts receivable, that is the money that you are still owed, that you are waiting to receive. So that would be patients who haven't paid you, basically. So they owe you $200 for their Botox and they never gave it to you. That's an account receivable. And then account payable, those are things that you still owe to others. You owe them, you owe the marketing firm $2,000. They sent you an invoice, you just haven't paid it yet. So that's an account payable. You really don't want either of those things very high, because that goes back to point 2 of cash flow. It messes up your cash flow if lots of people are owing money or you're owing money, you just want that money flowing. So you definitely want to set up payment procedures and policies for your patients to make sure that you do get paid in a timely manner, ideally at the time of service. You're collecting any copay or a cash pay. You're not giving people a lot of like extra time to pay you. And the last term I want to go over today, at least, is break-even analysis. So when will your business be profitable? Everybody wants to know that. And you can really look at all this cash flow and the overall revenue, all the money coming in, and then subtract your operating expenses, just subtract everything that is flowing outward, and you will see how your profit margin looks, how that profit falls. And there will be a point where finally, instead of being negative on the profit, you even it out. And you're a break-even analysis, you finally hit that point where all money in and out has zeroed out. And the exciting thing is what comes after that is money you keep in your pocket. So you do want your break even to be obviously as soon as humanly possible. It is not going to be in the first days or weeks. Hopefully you can do it. Possibly, it depends on what type of practice you're running, maybe within weeks, sometimes within months. Sometimes it's within years. A financial planner or a CFO or, some kind of consultant could help you analyze the data if you have a very complex practice. But if it's a basic level type thing, I mean, you can crunch the numbers yourself. You can use ChatGPT to help and really see when is that wonderful moment going to arrive for you. So I know this is a little bit of a dry topic, but hopefully you learn some terms. And if someone asks, what is your cash flow looking like, you will know how many accounts payable do you have still outstanding. Those are the bills you owe. So you can talk the talk and keep up with everybody in the room. So I wish you all the best on your journey to entrepreneurship, and I will see you next time.